Hello to all of my little friends. It is story time with Auntie Mir, and I've got another great story to read to you today. Today's story is about dogs. Do you have a dog? We have a dog. His name is Hudson, and he's a pretty good boy. But before that, when I was little, I didn't have a dog, so there were some things I didn't know. Anyway, this story is called Muddypaws New Friends, and it has been a favorite in this household because the main character, the main person in the story, his name is Ben. And so we have a Ben in our family, and so obviously he really liked it. And I hope you do too. This is called Muddypaws New Friends by Steve Smallman, and the illustrations or the pictures are by Simon Mendez. All right, let's rock and roll. Muddypaws New Friends. Ben and his puppy, Muddypaws, were best friends. They did everything together, from galloping games to quiet cuddles. But when Ben went to school, Muddypaws had to stay at home with nobody to play with. But then one day, Ben said, "Come on, Muddypaws, let's go to school." Muddypaws was very excited and pulled on his leash the whole way. That's his leash there. But they didn't go to Ben's school. They went to puppy school. Two other puppies came over to say hello. Droopy, a little puppy with big dangly ears, so there he is, was a little bit shy. But his friend Patch wasn't. "Muddypaws, why don't you play with your new friends till it's time to start school?" said Ben. Aren't they so cute? Look at them. And just like us, they have to go to school to learn. Ben opened the door and the three puppies chased each other around and around the yard. Muddypaws loved having new friends to play with. The three puppies found a big puddle. Splish! Droopy tiptoed into the bottom of his ears. Splash! Muddypaws jumped up into the water up to his tummy. Splosh! Patch jumped in up to his collar. Oh my goodness. Patch is a funny, crazy dog. Then it was time to start the class. The first lesson was sitting. Sit! Droopy sat. Sit! Muddypaws rolled over. "Oh, Muddypaws," chuckled Ben. "Nice try, but not just right yet." Sit! Patch shook water all over the place. The second lesson was fetching. Everyone had brought a rolled up sock for their puppies to fetch. Fetch! Muddypaws and his new friends galloped off together. Droopy picked up his sock. Muddypaws picked up his sock too. Patch pounced on his. Pounced is a fancy word for jumped onto it. And then he shook it until it unrolled, flew up into the air, and, oh my gosh, Patch landed on Muddypaws' head. Muddypaws and Droopy happily trotted back together. "Good boy," laughed Ben. "You fetched your sock, and now you look just like your friend." Do you see that? He looks like Droopy now because the sock is like his ears. Before the end of class, the teacher wanted to try the sitting lessons one more time. Sit! Droopy sat. Sit! Muddypaws woofed happily, but he didn't sit. Sit! Patch chased his tail. He didn't like to sit still. Ben thought he'd try one last time. Do you think they're going to learn how to sit? Let's see. Come on, Muddypaws, you can do it. Sit, said Ben. Just then, Patch ran over to get his sock back, but his leash got tangled around Ben's legs. Oh no. Ben fell on his bottom with a great big bump. And because Ben was sitting down, Muddypaws sat down. And because their friend Muddypaws was sitting down, Droopy and Patch sat down too. Hooray! Cheered Ben. You did it! This reminds me in Caps for Sale. Remember the peddler took off his hat and all the monkeys threw theirs down too? Because he was sitting, they all sat. When it was time to go home, Muddypaws was a little bit sad to say goodbye to Droopy and Patch. Don't worry, Muddypaws, said Ben. You'll see them again next week. So, with a happy goodbye, woof, Muddypaws headed back home with Ben, his very best friend of all. And that's the end of Muddypaws New Friends. Did you like that one? It was so cute. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, or if you're about to go to sleep, have a lovely sleep. And I will see you again next time for Story Time with Auntie Mir. Bye for now.